Welcome to Biz Dev Live with Cameron Toth. I'm so glad that you're tuning in with me today. If you're here with me live, I'm so appreciative of you. If you are tuning in for the recording, I am so appreciative of you. Thank you so much. This is Biz D with C. I want to talk to you about investment strategy. Now, when I talk about what I can offer the world, how I can educate people, I will often tell you, if I'm in a face-to-face conversation, I can teach you so much more from my mistakes than my successes. Over the last 9 years, running Toth Event Staffing and doing a lot of great work and having great clients and having so much success, there has been tons of personal and struggles financially, taxes, this, that, and the other. Finance always comes up as one of those stressing things. When the money's rolling in, you're just worried about, okay, I got to satisfy clients. But then when the end of the year, the financial reporting, money gets tight during the off season, you're saying, man, why wasn't I doing some of the things that I needed to do to make sure that I wasn't going to run into problems later? This is one of those places where you can save yourself time, save yourself money, save yourself stress, right? Investment strategy. We're going to get into it, talk about what I've learned over the last 24 years of working with both for-profit and nonprofit businesses, and hopefully this will help jumpstart your strategy, especially if you're not doing anything with your profits to actually garner more profit. We're going to get into the Biz Dev Live theme, and I will be right back with you.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
So let's get right into it. So investment strategy. Now, first of all, we want to make sure that you have some kind of money to invest, right? So making sure that you are putting aside money in your business. Now, especially for entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, this can be a complicated subject. Am I taking my profit from the business, money that's inside my business investing, or money that I've paid myself or taken out of the company as a piece of profit that I've earned and I've taken out of the company as a direct transfer? The answer to all those questions are yes. You should be investing your money across the board. But I think a lot of people forget that your business is an entity upon itself. Now, when it comes time for taxes, that becomes a little bit more clear, especially once you've incorporated. Your business has its own tax identity. That being said, if you want to grow your business and invest in your business, the laws of compounding money and all that apply within your business and without. If you're creating a business, you want that business to pay for itself. You don't want to take personal money and keep throwing it in. That's not a profitable business. That's a business that's costing you money to grow. You want your business, once you get past those initial investments to get things started on a personal level or even working with partners, you want that business to be funding itself, supporting itself. You can see this in everyday big time institutions that have endowments, right? So think of your business like a college. I think that's a really great analogy, because if you're thinking about the long-term health and growth of your business, then you're thinking, my business needs to have its own financial growth strategy, investments, right? Whether it's in a mutual fund or in the stock market, your business can invest in those pieces. Contact your financial planner, your bank. They will help you invest money that is the business's, which has a couple of different benefits for you. One, that money grows inside of the business and doesn't cost you on the tax side directly. The other is that it makes your business worth more. So if your goal is to one day sell the business or offer partnership within the business, it is really helpful that your business is financially healthy and making investments. Now, that's just the first step, because what you want to do is have financial capital to work with. And you're not going to have financial capital to work with if you're not setting money aside in your business to actually have those assets to invest. Because let's say first week, first month, you have I've talked about this in terms of like 30, 30, 30, 10. So, if your staffing costs are 30%, your food costs are 30% for like a catering business, right? And then 30% is profit, which is actually money that's going to go into an account that's with the intention to take out and pay your investors, which, if it's a solopreneurship, that sort of thing, that's you. And then 10% that goes into a savings fund that is capital savings. So whatever that 10% is, whether it's $2, $20, or $2,000 or $20,000, taking that money aside and making sure that you're growing that nut for a capital investment is really important. You want to have a strategy with, having that money working for you. So that's where we're talking about mutual funds, stocks, that sort of thing. As that money grows, then that's how your business grows, right? Now you're able to invest in a brick and mortar warehouse business, equipment, computers, a new line of business. If you're a catering company, to invest in a commissary kitchen, to really just build up and grow your company. One of the mistakes that I made, in Toth Event Staffing is that I didn't invest in other businesses. Oh, hey, here's this company that's doing this. Let me, make a deal and invest money. And part of the reason. Sorry, guys. Part of the reason is because I never really had that capital money to do that stuff, because I never invested or saved that money from the get-go. So really important. So how are you investing in your business, first of all, right? So putting money aside so that you can do that. And then what is your business investing in, right? Make sure that you are diversifying what you are investing in. So invest in your main product line, invest in some bets, right? So where do we see this? Like in Google, they'll have all these different bets on different things. Be creative. Take some money and put it into a project or an investment that, is a wild idea, something that is different and is a moonshot, right? There's so many different services offering clothing brands and things like that. You can invest in so many different things, but having that capital to do it and take some long-term bets, whether it's stocks, whether it's an employee's business idea, a different line of product, a more risky alternative service that you're doing, but invest in some things that will help you sort of expand beyond your initial offering so you can grow as a company, right? Don't make things that don't do things that don't make sense. Research, get smart people in, but when you see that opportunity, first thing is to have that money there to take advantage of it, and then the second is to go for it. Have it ready to go. So what should your strategy be? Your strategy should be save. Make sure that you're saving not only for yourself personally, but in your business, saving money for your business so that it can grow. making sure that your money while you're saving is working for you. It should be long intervals between taking out money. And then when you're ready to actually take that money and do some riskier bets to really diversify your business and grow your business in different ways so that you're ready for whatever the next big shakeup in our universe is. Because in 2001, planes crashed into the World Trade Center. 2002, SARS was in Hong Kong. And while it didn't really affect the US too much, it affected a lot of people's businesses very much, right? And now we're seeing that years later played out again with this pandemic. 2008, 2009, financial downturn. Here we are, 2020, global pandemic. So just about every 10 years for the last 30 years, right? Or last, 20 years, but going back, we could talk about Reagan years, booms and busts, right? There's cycles to this thing. Be ready. Know that change is coming and invest your money so that you're ready for it. Save, save, save. Be smart with your money and then be ready to take advantage of those opportunities as they come. I bought Tesla just as a great example, and you don't know what's going to happen. But I bought one stock of Tesla, a year ago. And imagine if I would have bought 10 stocks, because that one stock, right, was $380 at the time. And it has grown to $2,200 and since split. This is what you can do if you have the money to invest. If you have a little bit of money to invest, it's going to pay off big. You can also lose, but if you don't make those bets, if you don't swing the bat, you can't get that home run, right? So being smart, looking at the future. I invested in Tesla just as an example, just so you can see where my mind's at, because it was something that I think over the course of 10 years, this is a business that's still going to be around. They diversified what they're doing. Their goal is to better the world, right? And this is not an advertisement for Tesla, but this is a good investment strategy, both for your business mindset, for your own business, and for looking at companies in the world. What is going to have long-term growth? What is going to have long-term impact? What are people going to need? So as you're designing your services, as you're devising your investment strategy, that should be, I think, your thinking. Investing for the long term, what is going to make the most impact, the most change, and place those long-term bets, both for your own company and investing in others, because short-term money is very, very risky, and there is no guarantee. And even if you make money in the short term, it could quickly go sour. What is a long-term quality goal for you? I hope that's helpful. I hope that laid some insight on how you can actually build an investment strategy within your company as well as personally. I look forward to your questions, to your comments. I will talk to you tomorrow. We actually have Jane McCarthy coming on tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. Please tune in and please subscribe and hit that bell. I'll see you soon. And here we go with the Biz Dev theme. Here we go. Here we go.
This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live.
Hey, Steven, if you're still watching, I appreciate the comment. So I think the problem most people have is I will invest it later. Your thoughts, Stephen? I think, you got to be smart with your money. I think investment in particular is a big thing around risk. You get in with any financial advisor. What's your level of risk? If you don't have money in the bank to pay next month's rent, I think your focus needs to be investing in yourself, which means just making sure that you're putting savings and getting that emergency fund built up. That being said, once you have an emergency fund in place, investing in yourself with education, investing in your business with making sure that you are doing that profit first strategy of taking some money out and building that little nut. And then in terms of like investing later, I mean, I think, I think you got to do it wise, because you don't want to look back and feel like you made a big mistake or living with regret, but definitely making your money work for you in terms of a good investment strategy, whether that's a mutual fund, high interest savings account, in the beginning, and then moving and taking, pieces of that and diversifying and really getting into it. A big part of it, I think, the reason people don't invest is they don't have anything necessarily to invest. They're living in debt. So, working through that. And I think that's where it really makes sense to save in the business aside from the personal, because you could be drowning in the debt personally, but your business is profitable and it's not drowning in debt. So, it can flip the stakes for you. If you can really do well on the investment side on the business, then the business can actually make enough money to get you out of debt personally. I hope that makes sense. And vice versa. I wouldn't throw money into the business. I've loaned my business money, actually loaned my business just before COVID, thinking that, we would get into the spring and things would be great. And they weren't. So I would really refrain from thinking that you're going to do well on the personal side to help out your business. I'm sure some people have been there, and that might sound crazy to some people, but I've done it, and I'm sure many others have done it. But if you can invest really wisely and smartly with your business, there's usually bigger loans available, during this time. This is a great time where, the money that you may have on hand is actually debt money, PPP, EIDL, disaster loan money. But what can you do to invest in the business? And that might be a business line. Tiltman Staffing is doing that. We're going to start a meal delivery service, education, new equipment to help with spurring your growth and moving things forward. So, investment comes in a lot of different ways. I think the most financially impactful growth is going to happen by growing your money, making sure that you're taking that profit first mentality of making sure that, first of all, there is profit, and then you're putting that away, growing that nut, and then allowing your money to work for you. Hopefully that was helpful. A little bonus content on the end there. Thanks, Stephen, for the comments. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.